Today I am explaining a very important topic, method overloading. It is also called as function overloading. Student, method overloading is one of the important function of Java. Okay. See, Java language facilitates designing a number of methods, means more than one function. Java language facilitates designing a number of functions, that means more than one functions with the same function name, with the same function name with different parameter, type. Student, means in Java we can create or we can define more than one function with the same function name, but different parameter type. Such functions are called overloaded function. And the process is called function overloading. Process means the process in which we create more than one function with the same function name and with different parameter type is called function overloading. Student, if you have remembered polymorphism, it is an important principle of object-oriented programming. Principle. Polymorphism is the process of using a function for multiple purpose. If we use one function for more than one work, this phenomena is called polymorphism. Okay. So through function overloading, Java implements polymorphism. See, the function overloading is same as that we will create one function for more than one purpose, means one function can perform more than one work, more than one task. Okay, such functions are called overloaded function and the entire process is called function overloading. Okay student, I am giving you an example. Pause it. See, this program is based on the function overloading. Okay, the question is design a class with an overloaded function, area. Student, name of function is area. Design a class with an overloaded function area which will calculate the area of triangle, area of rectangle and area of square. Means one function will calculate the area of triangle, rectangle and square. How it is possible? So we will create three different functions for three different diagrams, three different figures. One for triangle, one for rectangle and one for square. Okay, but all these three functions have the same function name, that is area, but all these three functions will calculate the area of three different diagrams, that is area, triangle, rectangle and square. See, class overload, method to calculate area of triangle, double area. Student, using Heron's formula we can calculate the area of a triangle. Suppose this is A, B and C. In front of the vertex A, the side is called small a. In front of the vertex B, the side is referred as small b. In front of the vertex A, the side is referred as C. So we will input three sides of a triangle and using Heron's formula. That is root under, Heron's formula is root under S into S minus A, S minus B, S minus C. This is called the Heron's formula. Using Heron's formula, we will calculate the area of triangle. For that, we need three values. Means the side, or we need the side of values of three sides. Okay. So int A, int B and int C. The function name is area. We have passed three sides, the value of three sides A, B and C. First of all, to calculate the area of triangle using Heron's formula, we need to calculate semi-perimeter. Semi-perimeter is equal to sum of all the sides of a triangle divided by 2. Semi-perimeter means half of the perimeter. And you know students, perimeter means sum of its all sides. So semi-perimeter, we will calculate semi-perimeter. We will calculate area, because the formula of area is root under S into S minus A, S minus B and S minus C. See, for calculating square root, we have a function math.sqrt. Okay, so math.sqrt, S into S minus A, S minus B and S minus C. Using this formula, we can calculate the area of a triangle, and that area will be stored in a variable AR. We will return AR so that the calling function will get the value of AR. Second, when area of rectangle. So student, to calculate area of rectangle we need length and breadth. Okay. So see, in this time double area, the function name is area. Here also function name is area. Here also function name is area. This time we have passed two value, one for length and one for breadth. And you know student, area of a rectangle is equal to length into breadth. We will calculate length into breadth and the value of area is stored in variable AR. We will return the AR. Next function is to calculate the area of square. See, double area. This time also the function name is area. All the three functions have same function name. All the three functions have the same function name. This is the technique of this process, method overloading. Okay, same function name. And you know, to calculate the area of a square, we need a side of a square. So we enter area side of a square means int s. Formula of area of square is the side into side. The area is stored in a variable AR and we will return it. Students, see here, this time this area, this function will calculate the area of triangle. Here this time the function area will calculate the area of rectangle. In here this part the function area will calculate the area of square. Okay, then one more problem is here. The problem is, if I will call a function area, which function will respond? Which function will respond if I will call area? So during calling a function, we have to pass a value. If we will pass a 3 value, so this function will be called. If we will pass 2 value, this function will be called. If we will pass 1 value, this function will be called. Means if during function calling, if we will pass 3 value, so this time this function can accept the 3 values because it has 3 parameters. So if we will pass 3 value, 3 parametric value, this function will be called because this function can store 3 values. If we will pass 2 value, this function will be called because this function can accept 2 parametric values. If we will pass only 1 value, so that time this function will be called because this function can accept only 1 parametric value. So student, function calling is depend upon the parametric passing values. Parametric passing values means how many values you are passing. You according to that value, the respective function will be called. It's okay. Now I am giving you some more question. Pause it. Okay, student, question number 41 I have explained by giving the example of function overloading. See, question number 42, 43 to question number 42 to question number 50. These all questions are from your ICSE examination. That is from 10 years. So in ICSE examination 2018, the question number 7 is the question of function overloading. In question number 8 of ICSE examination 2007, the question is from function overloading. In ICSE 2017, the question number 8 is from function overloading. In ICSE 2016, question number 7, the question is from function overloading. ICSE 2015, question number 7 is from function overloading. ICSE 2014, question number 7. ICSE 2013, question number 8. ICSE 2012. Students, see, almost every year, one question is from function overloading and it is very easy to solve. I am giving you solution of question number 42, that is ICSE 2018, question number 7. Okay, see how easy to solve and score 15 out of 15. Okay. Okay, student, I am using question number 42. This question belongs to ICSE examination 2018, question number 7. Okay, see, this is the 10 year and this is the question number 7 of ICSE 2018. ICSE 2018. So, student, question is, design a class to overload a function volume. Design a class to overload a function volume as follows. First is double volume. See, the function name is volume. This is the return type of function, means the function will return a double type value. Parameter is double R. Description, with radius R as an argument returns the volume of sphere using formula V equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. See, in this question formula is also given. So think about the easiness of the question. Second is double volume. See, the second time the function name is also volume. Return type of the function is double, and parameter is double h and double r. This time this function will accept two values. One is height and one is radius, and calculate the volume of cylinder using formula V equal to pi r square into h. Third time the function name is the volume. Return type is double. This time this function will accept three values, double L, double B and double h, means length, breadth and height of a cuboid, and returns the volume of cuboid using formula V equal to length into breadth into height. See, almost 60 to 70% things are given in the question. Only you have to arrange it in your answer sheet and you will get the 15 out of 15. Okay, you see the solution. Okay, students, see the solution. Class overload method to calculate volume of sphere. The return type of method is double, method name is volume, and the parameter is double R. We have input only one value, one parametric value, that is radius. We know to calculate the volume of a sphere, we need only radius of sphere. So radius of sphere, the volume of sphere is equal to 4 by 3 into pi into r cube. 4 by 3 pi r cube. 4 by 3, we know the value of pi is 3.14, and r cube means r into r. So this, using this formula, we will calculate the volume of a sphere, and the volume will store in variable v, and we will return v. Second method to calculate volume of cylinder. This time the return type of function is double, the name of function is volume, and we have passed only two values, that is h and r. H means height of the cylinder and r is the radius of cylinder. Okay, so we know the formula of calculating volume of cylinder is pi r square into h. So the value of pi is 3.14, r is the radius, r into r square into h. So using this formula, we will calculate the volume of cylinder, that is stored in a variable v, and we will return v. Third is method to calculate volume of cuboid. This time, to calculate volume of a cuboid, we need three values, that is length, breadth and height of a cuboid. Okay, student? So it is very easy. The volume of cuboid is L into B into H, length into breadth into height. The volume will store in a variable V, and we will return V. See the size, the length of a program, and only by doing this you will get the full marks. But be careful, student, while writing the formula, must take care about the Bodmas rule. Okay, Bodmas rule of Java means the precedence of operation and operators associativity. Okay, in which function will which operator will execute first and how it will execute, so that the value will come, the correct value will come. Okay, means this is the 4 by 3. So don't write 4 by 3 like this. This is wrong. Okay, so be careful about the formula. Otherwise the program is very easy. Only by doing these three steps you will get 15 out of 15. Okay, students. So this is very easy. I have explained. This is the question number 42. I have explained the examination year question, means ICSE examination year 2018 question number 7, and given you some more questions. You try to solve at home, but don't copy the answer from anywhere. You try to solve by your own. Okay, your own. If you have any problem, if you will have any problem, then I will help you in my next video. But at first you try to solve by yourself. Okay, okay, student. Bye bye.
Sing this game,